I'll tell you what, I was sitting back there listening to Curtis, and he just gave us all a master class. I mean, I don't know if, a lot of people were just getting in today, just getting settled in, but if you honed in on everything that Curtis was talking about, if you just followed every little nugget that Curtis gave you, holy cow, you guys will see an incredible amount of growth. It was a masterful presentation, so thank you very much for that, Curtis. I appreciate that very much. All right. Does it seem like I need to kind of swallow the microphone? I notice that sometimes when people kind of go like this, it seems like we got some of this kind of stuff going on. How you doing, Jen? All right. What I'm going to do is, listen, this is how this is going to be set up. I'm going to give you a little bit of a year in review on business gifts, quick year in review, maybe a 10-minute presentation, and then we're going to have Kelly and Bert come up and do a couple of role plays for us. So this will be some good stuff here. Okay. So, anyway, very excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us to attend NET. Obviously, with what the numbers that Dave presented, you guys are absolutely crushing it. Can't believe what you guys are doing. It's amazing. You're also crushing it in another way. Not as big as 43.1 million, but you are crushing it at events with business gifts, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what I mean here in a second. So first of all, we got to go back in time so I can present that to you. We're going to go back to about a year ago to see how we closed the books back in 2018. I'm hoping that we have the presentation. So, do I have a clicker here, or do I have to say click, please? Does this click? Oh, man, the power. Okay. All right, business gift CPO totaled just over $2 million for the year, not including the legend John Ruhlen's tabs. We're not going to talk about John Legend Ruhlen. Yeah, we're going to talk about what everybody else in the company did besides John Ruhlen. So we had just over $2 million in CPO for business gifts at the end of 2018. 420,000 of that came from events. So about 21% of all business gift CPO came from events in 2018. Now, I was going to try to catch Dave before I came up here because I really wanted to. Hey, Dave, I know you know all these numbers off the top of your head. What was the first year's total CPO when the events program started? Do you remember? $4.9 million? I'm sorry I asked that. Okay. No, that's really great. What I was trying to do here, and what I'm going to try to do, is kind of help you guys, remind you guys, now that you're at the upper echelon here, of where things started with events and where we're at right now with business gifts and how we can really see something take off here. So bear with me on this. Okay. So last year, some of you may remember that my team and I were here at NET, and we introduced the company's intent on creating a brand new focus on reviving a formal business gift program. And so we introduced a few tools to help get the program started last year. We introduced a new business gift toolkit, and that included some engraved samples, brochures, which Curtis did a fantastic job about how a brochure for the family program, very similar to the brochure we created for the business gift program, should be used. It's a tool, not something just to hand out like you're trick-or-treating, giving out candy. You present the brochure, and that's one of the important aspects of that tool. We had that incredible Stevie P poster, which I think everybody who wanted an autographed version of that got that, hopefully. We'll have a few more that we're going to give out as some freebies out at our business gift table in Vendor Row. And we also put together a biz handbook. We also did a couple of role plays last year. We demonstrated how to use some of those tools, and we also urged every rep to ask every customer that approaches the booth one basic question. Does anybody here remember what that question was? Oh, that's music to my ears. Not Lionel Richie music either that I had to listen to on the plane because a couple in the back apparently didn't own a pair of earbuds, and so they were playing Lionel Richie through their phone for 2 hours on the plane. Yes, do you own or run a business? Now, can I see a show of hands from all of you that have incorporated some version of that question in your pitch at the booth, please? Good job. All right, about half the room. Good job. Okay. So after NET last year, of course, we continued on developing tools for Business Gift. We're still building this program, so we rolled out a few enhanced tools and some additional new ones. We found that poster of Stevie P, the paper poster, wasn't the best. It was a bit cumbersome, so we went ahead and we got a tabletop retractable version of that poster, very handy now for setting up at the booth. We created what we call the Volume Specials price list, which was set up so that it makes it easier for you to sell in bulk quantities. Curtis touched on that. Gives you the confidence when somebody comes up to the booth and says, okay, well, how about if I order 25 of these? What are these going to cost me? Well, guess what? You pull out the Volume Specials price list, and you got a starting point. No more hemming and hawing and trying to do the math real quick. One of the things that we're on the cusp of rolling out is something we're calling Business Gift Lead Notepads. These are going to be very handy when you're at the booth. They give you a list of questions, discovery questions, very easy to record their answers, and as well as the customer's contact information, so that when you're collecting that information, you can take it back and put it in your lead database for follow-up. We also created the Business Gift Logo Library, which is still being built, but that is where we have a library of all the logos of orders that have come through with Business Gift logos on them. We created a page for ordering a discounted custom engraved sample for a potential customer. We now produce a weekly Business Gift Top Performers report that's available every Fridays. It's refreshed every Fridays. It's out on the document library. This report shows you who sold the most biz so far this year for 2019, beyond John Rulin. The number one business gift rep in the company was Rob Robincheck. $215,000 in business gift sales last year. $101,000 of that came from events. So almost half of his business gift sales last year from an event. That also shows you the largest biz orders for the year. That happens to go to John Cloby, a $49,000 order. It shows the events with the most biz sales for the year. Last year, the State Fair of Texas took that prize with $83,000 in business gift sales. And the report also lists the most popular items on biz orders, in case you're wondering, what are most people selling on business gift orders? Anybody have an idea of what the most popular item was in 2019? I heard somebody say it, lockback. 4,200 lockbacks sold on biz orders last year. The number 2 most popular item was a Santoku trimmer. 3,200 of those sold last year. We've also added some helpful videos, courtesy of John Cloby and Andy Jonti, that touched on a variety of topics of biz-related information. We have some things out there for role-playing, booth setup, lead collection, Q&As, a few things that I think you'll find interesting. And we also have a great audio of a talk that Kelly Kinzer gave to the Texoma division last year about selling biz at the booth. Oh, and we opened up business gift order entry on Rollo for all reps, which allows now any rep to upload or select the business gift logo and enter logo engraving instructions on Rollo. Of course, we're continuing to add more stuff to Vector Connect, more tools. We're developing policies. We're putting more training materials together, and we'll talk about more of that stuff tomorrow. So let's take a look now at how the biz numbers came in when we closed the books on 2019. So here are the 2018 numbers again, just to remind you. What do you think? How much do you think biz went up from 2018 to 2019? And let's kind of be kind. Don't kind of set me up and it's like, oh, it's only this, you know. But realistically, I mean, remembering that this program is in its infancy, what do you think the growth was during that one-year period? 20. I heard somebody say 25%. 27%. And that doesn't include sales from John Rulin. 27% growth in 1 year for a program that really hasn't been formally rolled out yet. I know. Things take longer at Cutco. You know that. But it's intentional. We're hoping to make sure that it's going to be incredible when it does roll out. We're still in the process of developing it. Some of the core components of this program have yet to be rolled out, but the potential for the growth that this program is going to experience just blows my mind. So where do you think all this growth came from? What sales avenue do you think it all came from? Man, you guys are on top of your game. Biz sales at events grew 135% in 2019. I think you guys were paying a little bit of attention at last year's NET. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's incredible. One more thing that I think you'll find interesting, all of that biz event CPO from last year, before I give you the number, let me tell you, there are about 860 event reps signed up on the system. We have about 300 or so in the room today. That 988,000 in event sales on business gift orders came from 121 event reps out of 860. What is that telling you? Boy, do we have a lot of opportunity here. Incredible. All right. Anybody here want to see how it's done? All right. We just happen to have a couple of business gift savvy reps here that are going to do some role plays for us to give us a look at how they pitch biz at the booth. First up, well, are you guys going to do this together then? Yeah, come on up, Kelly and Bert. Kelly had over 70,000 in business gift CPO last year. Bert had over 28,000. These guys have found a way to effectively pitch this at the booth, and so they're going to share with you some of the things that they use as tricks for the trade here.
It says it's on. Okay. It's awkward to role play like this. Like, yeah, we're at a booth. There's Cutco everywhere. All right. I'll start. So Bert's going to be my customer. All right, so high five. Welcome to the Cutco family.
Excited.
You're going to love your signature set. We got that in the cherry block with the dark handles, so I'm just going to get that written up. Hey, by the way, do you happen to give gifts to clients or own a business or anything like that?
Yeah, actually I do.
Oh, awesome. What do you do?
I'm in the construction business.
Cool. All right, very cool.
Yeah.
Can I show you what we do real quick for businesses?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so it'll take 2 minutes. So what's really cool is, I don't know what you guys give now, but a lot of people when they give gifts, they tend to fall into the category of giving something consumable because you don't really know what else to give. You give something like a gift basket or a bottle of wine or gift cards. And I'm not really here to tell you that people don't like it, but it just doesn't do much for you long term. You know, it's something that's eaten, spent, used up, and then they're forgotten about. So what we wanted to do is do something that was going to last. So what we do is we take that Cutco product that you obviously now know and love, and we actually engrave it with your logo right there on the piece. Now we can put phone number, tagline, website, whatever you want. But the whole point is that instead of giving something consumable, you're giving something that's going to last. You're turning your regular client gift into a long-term branding tool for you, right? And as you can tell, most people don't have good knives in their kitchen. That's why you're here today buying Cutco from me, right? Yep. So just imagine giving your clients something like this. They're going to see it every single day. They're going to think of you every time, creating top-of-mind awareness. They're never going to get rid of it. It's the business card that's going to stay in their house forever and can go in the dishwasher. They're never going to throw it away. Plus, we wanted something that's in the kitchen. So not only are your clients seeing this every day, but also their friends and family, because that's where people are hanging out.
Sure.
And that naturally sparks conversation about you and your services. Plus, obviously, it's all 100% tax deductible for you because it's considered an advertising or promotional expense. So it just makes sense. And the number one thing that my clients tell me they love is that we create a really easy system in place for you. Gone are the days of having to put together a basket, run around town, waiting in line for gift cards, or figuring out if they drink, or even thinking about what to get your clients. That's just a waste of your time, and honestly, it's a waste of your assistant's time too. What we do is we try to guesstimate how many gifts you're going to need in like the next 6 to 12 months. We engrave all of them for you all at once, and we ship them to you right away. The great thing is we have quantity discounts, so you actually get bulk pricing on that. And we can even break up your bill over 5 months interest-free. I know I kind of explained that before about the set, and you said
Sure.
you're just going to pay it in full. But for most of our businesses, they're splitting up their bill over 5 months anyway. That way it's easier on the cash flow, and you can get a whole year's worth of gifts done now, but you don't have to pay for it up front, which is great. So the great thing about that is, by the way, are you the decision maker on everything?
Yeah, I actually am.
Okay, cool. So let me just show you real quick. Can I show you like what the specials we do at the show are? For
Sure,
business gifts?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I got my little binder here. By the way, how much are you typically spending on a gift right now?
We usually spend between 75 to about $100 a year, probably,
Okay,
give or take.
awesome. So the great thing is our gifts like literally start at $75, so that's perfect.
Sweet.
They go up to 300 or 3,000, for those extra special clients.
Of course.
But what my goal is not to create a new expense for you. It's just to take the same money you're already spending on a gift and just make it more efficient and effective for you. Okay, so I'll show you the gifts in that price point. So the cool thing is we've got like here our spatula spreader, and we've
Okay.
got that Santoku trimmer. I showed you that before.
Yeah.
The awesome utility knife, right?
Sure.
Both of those are going to be in that price point. And by the way, like, how many gifts do you see yourself giving to a client like this, on, let's say, an annual basis?
We probably do about 50 every year.
Like 50 jobs?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. You'd give something like this, too.
Yep.
Cool. So the nice thing is, I'll show you right here, and if you were to pick one, like kind of between that spreader and that utility knife, which one do you think you'd get more value out of for your clients?
What do you think? I mean, I think the spreader's kind of cool because it looks like there's a lot of, like my logo would look really big on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
You
so
are
I
here for a
personally, I
reason.
love the spreader. I think it's a great piece. Like you said,
The spirit
it's
of
got
your
that
lives.
nice wide face for engraving. But the best thing about it, too, is, I use the spreader every single day. You can use it to cut and serve lasagnas, casseroles, make sandwiches. It just gets used all the time. So personally, I'm a fan of the spreader. So if we were looking at like 50 of the spreaders, as you can see, the nice thing is with that quantity discount, it's going to come down to just like $78 a piece. And by the way, that pricing, that actually includes the gift itself, the engraving on the piece, the gift box, and shipping. So this is pretty much all-inclusive pricing. That's your true cost per piece, except for tax. That's all we add on at the end. So, by the way, what color do you like? So we have the red, the white, and the dark. I know you're doing the dark for your set at home. That kind of matches your kitchen
Yep.
a little bit more, you said. But for gifts, do you like something that kind of stands out more? Do you like something that maybe kind of just a little bit more classic?
I guess I'd say that, we've really never done anything flashy, so I don't think flashy is really our style.
Sure.
So probably something more traditional, I guess.
So like the classic.
I think so. Yeah.
And honestly, if your clients were here, they would pick out the classic. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what they're used to. Most people have black knives in their kitchen.
Yep.
So,
Sure.
if they were here, that's a good choice for sure.
Sweet.
So, hey, by the way, since you're already doing stuff for you, like you're doing a personal set, just so you know, here at the show, we actually bundle the packages together.
Really?
So if you wanted to just go ahead and get the 50 spreaders taken care of now, if this is something that you guys like, you're going to do eventually, we can just check it off the list now. It just makes sense because you're going to save way more getting it here versus later. Saves us a bunch of follow-up. I like to reward people for making decisions now. So if you actually want to just go ahead and get those now, if we bundle it with your personal set, I can actually get you an extra $100 off of the set that you're already buying.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you wanted to go ahead and do that, the nice thing is I know we're paying yours in full, but most people, they just break it up over the 5 months. So we do all this on one order. The nice thing is your total, even with your set and the spreaders, comes out to less than what you're paying today just for your set. It actually comes out to only $1,500 a month for the next 5 months. And by the way, the way that works, all we're going to do is all you're going to pay today is $1,500. We're going to engrave everything, ship it to you right away, so you get them right away. The nice thing is then, if you ever have do you guys get hit up for like auction gifts or charity events sometimes?
Random. But yeah, once in a while.
Random stuff like that. So now you have a gift on hand ready to go. If you ever have a referral partner or just an employee at Christmas time you want to love on, there's so many different ways to use these gifts. But that way you have gifts ready to go on hand. You don't have to think about it and add another system, right? You just grab and go whenever you need them. So we give them to you right away, but we just split up your bill about 5 months, and then we just charge your card once a month until it's paid off. So.
Well, as being in sales and owning a business, is there anything else you could do for me?
Man, really making me work for it. I'll tell you what. All right, so you see the quantity break at 50, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we're paying $78 a set.
Okay.
The only other thing I can do, and this isn't a cut code deal, this is just, here's the thing. I want you to like me. I want to earn your business. I want you to keep buying gifts from me later. So I'd
Okay.
be willing to take a cut out of my commission a little bit to bribe you to ordering more gifts from me later.
I like
Is
what
that-
I'm hearing.
is that
I
fair?
like what I'm hearing. Okay.
Here's the one thing. If I do this for you, you can't go buy gifts or personal stuff from any other Cutco rep in the future. You can't go have a one-knife stand with any other Cutco rep.
That's just awful. Okay. Okay. What can you do?
All right. Instead of the 50 price break at 78, I'm actually going to give you the price break at 100 spreaders, right? Spreaders. I'm going to give you 2 at 100, and then it's only going to be $75 a piece
So an extra $3 off each piece.
on each one. Just
All right.
for you.
You got a deal. All right.
High five.
All right. Sounds good.
Welcome to the gift family.
Woo! I'm excited.
Very good job. So they're going to do another role play for us in just a moment here, but I just wanted to point out a couple of things. One, I heard somebody say over there, Kelly, during one of your lines, fire. And it happens to be one of the things that I had noted too. One of the great things that Kelly said, and maybe some of you also share, is when you're talking to somebody and you already find out that they're spending $75 to $100, what you're doing is you're trying to get them to spend that money more wisely. You're not trying to get them necessarily to spend more money, but you just want to teach them that they can spend their money more wisely and get a much better gift that's going to have a lot more value for their customer and for themselves. Okay, so Bert, Kelly, we got a second role play for us coming up. You want to set this one up?
Hey.
So, who here's ever gotten like a person to come up at the booth and be like, "Hey, what is this with the engraving? What is this?" They're all like, "Or what's that sign all about?" Right? So, I'm gonna do the perspective. We're gonna do a quick little role play. We're not gonna do too much feed into like how to sell Cutco to a person that doesn't have Cutco, but we're just gonna do a quick role play on a person that comes up that has really no much prior knowledge at all of Cutco, that just owns a business and asks about the business display. So again, keys to, or big props to Steve on getting those all set up. So, yeah.
Hey, so I see your sign here. I've been looking at the gifts a little bit here on your table. What's this all about? What do you guys do for businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you familiar at all with the Cutco brand, or?
No.
No worries.
I have a construction company, and we're just looking.
Sweet.
I don't know. We could use something like this. What
That's
do you
awesome. So yeah, so if you're not super familiar with Cutco, we're kind of like the Rolex of the kitchen knives, essentially. They're American made. They're guaranteed. What's kind of cool too is they're guaranteed not just for the lifetime of the knife. They're actually guaranteed forever. So what's kind of great about the Cutco knife is that when you give the gift of Cutco, your client will actually be able to use it for their entire life, but if they ever need to pass it down to the generations as they pass on, they will also be guaranteed forever as well. So what's also really a big selling point for myself is I hate doing dishes. They're dishwasher safe. I don't know about you if you hate doing dishes. It's never fun. But to just give you a quick little brief idea on the quality of our stuff, have you ever used the scissors to cut cardboard before?
Yeah, scissors in my house. They didn't work very well.
Doesn't work very well, and you probably see right there the gift with the scissors. It's engraved on there as well. So check this out. Our scissors, they come apart. They're actually half off today. No. So they're actually, so just to give you some perspective, they can actually even cut a penny, which is kind of nuts. So check this out, cut a penny. So the cool thing about Cutco, what's nice is, again, as I said, it's American made. So you said you own a construction company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys give gifts to your clients or employees at all?
So we give gifts at the end of jobs for clients, and then employees. We usually have a party at the end of the year. We'll kind of give them their gifts there.
Yep.
For Christmas time.
So it's kind of cool about the business gifts. So within Cutco specifically, you can use a lot of things. So a lot of our businesses, they'll use them for their colleagues, their employees. They'll also use them again for their clients, whoever they're giving and doing jobs for, especially in the construction industry, whether it's a bigger or a small job. A lot of people also use it as a referral gift. Like you can see on that spreader right there, it says, "Thanks for spreading the word." Yeah, super cute. But the idea, right, is that when people come by, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's kind of a cool gift," because again, it's something that's always going to be there because your name, your logo's on there. So unlike a gift card or a bottle of wine or a gift basket that a lot of people currently give to their clients or employees, the problem is that we found that those gifts that are currently given, they're spent and then, or they're swiped, or they're consumed, and then they're gone forever. So the great thing about ours, again, is it's kind of like a business card that is never thrown away. So again, it's something that's got your name, your logo. It's always there, and again, they can never forget you because it's right there. And we've also found that, especially when customers are entertaining at their house or wherever they're at, usually they're in the kitchen, and when they see this amazing scissors or this amazing knife that their friend is using, they're like, "Hey, where'd you get that scissors?" Or "Hey, where'd you get that shears?" They're like, "I actually got it from my employer. She actually gave it to us at our company party last year." So the cool thing is it actually creates a word of mouth for you guys and your business, and then over time, again, just kind of expands out. And again, the nice thing is, I don't know about you guys, but what Cutco represents is a high quality product with a high quality service. I'm assuming you'd like to do the same thing with your business as well. So the nice thing is, instead of giving something that's consumed and gone and kind of forgotten about, again, you're actually giving a gift that's not only going to be used by your client or your employee that you're giving to the gifts at, again, a family party, but their entire family gets to enjoy it as well. So it's not just a gift that's given to one person. Their entire core group of their family and their friends also get to enjoy it as well. So now, currently right now, what do you typically give in a typical year? Do you know what you guys have been giving?
Like what gifts or how much?
Yeah, what kind of gifts do you guys give?
Yeah, I mean, we usually just give gift cards. We just Home Depot, it's
Okay.
kind of our clientele. We usually spend like $100, $150, something like that.
Simple stuff like that. Okay, cool. And how many, again, are you giving kind of on an annual basis?
Like 25 client gifts, I'd say,
25?
throughout the year,
Okay,
probably
sweet.
around
That's
there.
about who you're giving to. Okay, sweet. Would you want me to give you an idea on kind of our specials that we've got going on at the show real quick?
Sure, yeah, that'd
Okay,
be great.
Cool, awesome. So you said you're kind of spending between $100 to $150 or so per gift? Okay, cool. So just to kind of give you an idea on why people buy from us here at the event, so it's kind of cool what we got going on here. So to give you an idea, I always say this, Mrs. Jones, like we've got anywhere from gifts from $75 all the way up to $300. We've got gifts that go up to $3,000, but I always say it doesn't really make sense to spend more than you're already spending because, again, you guys already have a budget in mind. So if you're looking between $100 to $150, Mrs. Jones, I would probably recommend one of our bigger like chopping knives. We have the 7-inch Santoku knife. It's kind of, as you can kind of see there. Also, if you like a smaller knife, we also have this small, it's called a petite Santoku as well. It's only 5 inches, so it's a great everyday knife. The shears is an extremely popular gift as well. I probably just, professional recommendation, I wouldn't recommend doing more than 1 or 2 pieces. I would recommend, or more than 1 piece, I would probably just recommend 1 piece because that's under that $150 mark. Now for you, in your clientele, what gift do you think they would appreciate most? Like a chopping knife? Do you think they'd appreciate a scissors?
Yeah, I really like the chopping knife. I mean, I just think that's cool, and it's really good for our logo, and it really looks like a nice gift. You know, they can tell, like, this is a good quality piece.
Absolutely. Now, just so you know, too, with our gifts, you actually have a couple different options on the color. So you can either do a red, you can also do like a classic, and you can also do a pearl. Now, just so you know, none of the colors will ever fade, stay, and they'll always be that exact color forever. So what kind of style do you guys kind of like, do you think?
I don't know. We're pretty fun. Our logo's red, so I'd say
yeah.
the red. I'm kind of digging that.
Red,
I think that fits well.
Red's great, and I always say red's very different. Again, it's something that pops in the kitchen. So again, people will be like, "Hey, where'd you get that red knife?" "Oh, I got it from Kelly. She's my construction lady." So okay, cool. So if you're looking between, you said kind of about 25 gifts or so. So you can kind of see where our price breaks. They start off at about 10, 25, 50. So if you're at about 25 gifts, you're going to be looking at about I think it's 148, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, for the 7-inch. So that would be that. Now, the cool thing about Cutco is you can take that and you can split it all. You can just pay for it all today if you want to. With our deals, you can kind of see you're getting about a $7 price break per piece when you buy them here at the show. What's also cool, though, about Cutco is that because we understand that a lot of people have budgets for their gifting programs on a year-to-year basis, what we actually allow you to do here at the show is you can take the total and you can actually split it up over 5 months without any interest, which is kind of cool. Now, the cool thing, there's no layaway, there's no interest, so the cool thing is you get your gifts right away, so you can give them to, again, your company party obviously is coming up as you kind of, it's that kind of year, let's just say that. And the nice thing is if you're giving, again, the gifts throughout the year to your clients, now are you giving your clients gifts like at Christmas, or are you kind of giving them throughout the year?
Clients we typically give throughout the year.
As the job gets done?
It'd be nice to have them as we go. Yeah.
So what's great about the Cutco program is that we ship them to you all right away. So the idea is that you don't have to go to the Home Depot the morning before you close a job and you're like, oh my God, I got to buy a $100 gift card, and you feel like you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. The idea is that this is a program that's just put in place. They're just back in your guys' storage locker. You just pull out a gift, you put a note in there, give it to them. They use it every single day, and they never have to replace it, which is great too. Now, let me ask you this. It sounds now, are you the person that kind of pulls the trigger on this type of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I make all the decisions.
Okay, sweet.
Great.
That's beautiful. All right, so let me ask you this. It sounds like, do you kind of like the idea of a gift like this?
Yeah, I mean,
do you think
this
your
is
clients
awesome.
or your
I like the idea of
it?
just getting it done. You know, like we never
Yeah.
know what to do, and it's always the same thing. I think this is something that's different.
Okay, that's awesome. So let me ask you this. If I was able to maybe kind of sweeten the deal, just a little extra for you, Kelly, could I maybe tempt you to just go for it right now?
What do you got?
Okay, so I tell you what, as long as you promise me that down the road when you buy more Cutco, you only buy from me, Bert, the knife guy, sharpest guy you know, okay? No one knife stands, all right?
I think I've heard that joke before.
Yeah. Use it. If you don't use it, it's amazing. So I tell you what, I'm not supposed to normally do this, but again, I want to earn your loyalty. So instead of giving you the price break at 25, what I'll do for you today is I'll actually give you the price break as if you were buying 50. So I'll actually save you an extra $4 per gift. So that'll save you an extra $100 off your gifting today. And then on top of that, again, just so you know, this will include the logo. This will include the engraving for you. This will also include the shipping. The only thing we're going to have to add on to that is just a logo setup fee, but once that's in there forever. And again, if you want to do that, we can just do that over 5 months. It'll just be that much today. You'll have them in 2.5 weeks, and your gifting solution's done for the year. What do you think?
I like it. Let's get it done.
Yeah, perfect. High five. Welcome to the family.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you very much for doing that. We're going to be hearing more from Bert and Kelly and others as we roll out more training material during the year to help you add and grow to this layer of your business. I want to thank everybody for your attention this evening. And a reminder, we're going to be hosting a business gift table out in Vendor Row. Come by and see us. We got some free goodies to give away as well as some additional Twizzlers. Thank you, everybody.
Can we get one of these handhelds? Hello? Hello. There we go. Awesome. My gosh.